Hello, welcome to the Furry Guru number 4. Sorry it's been a while, but I've been bloody busy. That's the best way I can put it. Anyway, I was hoping to actually make another video before I hit 50 new comments. I checked today and I've got 57. So, this might take a while. So I'll start with the older ones, shall I? Let's see. Spike Pap. Hey guys again, Tori. After seeing your latest video, I'm happy to hear that the furry fandom is getting increasingly popular. Which it is. Referring to my last question about scalies, I didn't really expect them to be as popular as the furries. I've seen many con videos and they really outnumber the scalies, not that there's anything wrong with that. My question for you is about the message that the furry hater that has become a furry on your latest video. Ah yes. I found this unusual, as this would be at least the least likely thing I would expect. Usually they would just be ignorant of what we say, but I guess there's a spark that makes them have to change of heart for the furries. How often does this happen? I don't know really. I don't know how often it happens. But yeah, this person I think was not really a troll. In the last few weeks I've kind of redefined my definition of troll. So to me now, a troll and a furry hater are actually different things. A furry hater is anyone who hates furries. A troll is a person who hates furries just for the sake of hating them. A furry hater, who is not a troll, however, is a person who hates furries for an actual proper reason. The prime example of this, for me at least, is Amnesty 667, who had what I could only describe as a slightly traumatic experience with the first time he saw the furry fandom. I've since talked to that about him and he seems fine with it now, so that's all good. Also, there's this rap song about the furry fandom by Coral Raven aka Cuckoo Womble. Yes, it's called the Furry Song. I have heard of that. I was going to put it on the background of one of my videos once, but I couldn't be bothered to drown out my speech. And I know there's a volume bar, but you know, people concentrated on the music, not my voice, so there you go. Lethaudin says, hey, Lethaudin here. I've been noticing in your videos you've been saying that you don't know much on therianthropy, and with as many questions about it as you've been getting, I'm sure that's starting to get frustrating. I myself studied it when I was first looking into the fandom, and since I was planning on starting to make some videos myself, I was wondering if you wanted some help on the subject. I'd be more than happy to answer anyone's questions on it. Also, I thought some people would enjoy me and the FFGs, Free Foreign Fighters Guild, sword and hand-to-hand fighting. Let me know if you want to get over it. Right, I don't know about that last bit, because, well, I don't know what it's about. A guild, I'm guessing, is some gaming thing. I don't play a lot of games. Therianthropy. Well, if you have any questions on therianthropy, just ask Lethaudin. There, you got my official plug. Next. Oops. I've got like 9 sheets of questions here. I've actually had to edit them for the first time ever, and actually pick out the good ones. Guess Baltar. Putting haters in their place. I, along with tons of other furries, simply love you for what you are doing. Now I too have helped put haters in their place, and surprisingly 2 of them managed to add logic to their argument. But when I brought up that hating furries to the point that one of them did was extreme prejudice and was as bad as racism, so then he started arguing how racism isn't bad, along with all the other KKK crap about preserving the race. Once I used logic to say how racism isn't justified by anything, he simply didn't reply to me and abandoned the conversation and continued to make his hate videos. Yet another case of trolls giving up in the face of logic. Why do I keep doing that? Let's see. Socrates 89. Heya! Sorry that I couldn't come up with a better title for this mail, but it always tends to be like, hi, hello, hey. Anyway, I just watched that clip of yours about your reply to that girl, oh right, that girl who recorded, I hate furries, quote unquote. That was actually a boy. So, yeah. Yet another look on how trolls actually look like. I just wanted to say that your reply was spectacular. Anyway, you got all the things I wanted to say and to her said. Really, kudos to you. Awesome message. Because I think you kept your cool and all that, since most people have a tendency to lose their temper when they read hate stuff about something they are involved with. And also, here are some personal compliments. Your accent is to die for, and so is your hair. Hope to hear back from you. Keep up the good work. Chris, the Swedish Fur. Yeah, don't mind me, I have a cold. Well, thanks for the compliments at the end. And yeah, like I said, Danny Nelson Stinks is actually a girl. I mean a boy. He's a boy. Sorry, I just made that mistake completely by accident then. Don't hate me for it. Because seriously, Danny Nelson, when he's not talking about hating trolls, I've talked to him over AM, he can actually be a pretty decent person. But no, he still hates furries for whatever reason. Yet can have a civilised conversation with one when he wants to. The Wandering Wolf. As I said in a previous message, I am new to the furry fandom, but I am very enthusiastic about it and want to know as much as is possible and hopefully become a good furry as you. I live in an area where the furry fandom isn't known very well, and I have practically no furry friends, but I want to go to the upcoming Anthrocon. But I'm afraid to go, because I have no furry friends with which to enjoy the experience. Do you know where I can go or what I can do to meet people who share my enthusiasm? Because I would really like to have furry friends. Normally in this, you just like add me on AIM or something. I can normally hook you up if you just tell me, like which state you live in or which town or whatever. In what state. That's assuming you're in America anyway. And I can normally hook you up with like live journals or, you know, like give you the names of any few furries I might know around there, so get me on AIM, you can get it off my website. Links 55. I'm sure you get this a lot, Tori. You have spoken for us when we needed it. I thank for your support for the furry world, but no one will win this war. Someone will get hurt, and I don't call that a win. There will be a champion, quote unquote, but if it hurts people to win, I don't like that idea very much. I know you're trolled to no end, but at least you have gained many followers, including me, great Furry Guru. Love the accent, by the way, and I love you for helping us. Yet more furry love. Yeah, I know, it's kind of a endless, vicious circle, so to say. You know, but hey, furries existed before trolls, so, and we do not usually want to pick against trolls, so we can only assume that they started it. Man, I'm really ill, you know. This is by Chaotic oh god, I can never pronounce that word. Echidna or something. The I Hate Furries Saga, Lamau. Well done, I love the way you worded the video. I was going to comment on the video, but failed because you disabled commenting. Though I can't blame you, people are asses if you're not normal. Hell, even my own mother calls me a loser. My mother loves me. Anyways, you're an intelligent person and I wish you well in life. Thanks. Valentine says 18. Tori, this is Luca. I have a question that you might be able to answer. If a furry is dating someone outside the fur fandom, then will it still be appropriate to call him a mate? My girlfriend is actually a bit vampirific. Anyways, just asking out of curiosity, thanks for your time. Well, a lot of people in the furry fandom don't call their partners mates, so it's up to you really. You can call it mate, but you don't really have to. Bloodkip. You can just see where this is going. Happy 9/11, Tori. I don't know if they celebrate it in the UK, but everyone I know is also getting a PM by me. Furries are the modern day Nazi party and the Jews did WTC. Also Cox. Red Zergling. So let's see. You think 9/11 was a good thing? You think furries are modern day Nazis, even though the trolls are the ones who are the usually anti-Semitic ones. And furries did WTC, since not many furries are terrorists. Also Cox. Okay, so you're gay.